Hi everyone, I'm George and welcome back to the Anime Grove. Today it's time for RWBY World of Remnant Kingdoms and Volume 2 Chapter 8 reaction. Yay! But first of all, story time. This weekend I was with my brother and we went and we got our diving license. So we now can dive up to 18 meters deep. And that's really cool. We saw a lot of animals and really cool algae, you know what I mean, but it was full of life and it was awesome. But somehow I managed to get a shitload of water into my ear, inside my ear. So I've had it for 3 days. That when I couldn't even sleep on my side because all the water would come to this side and it would hurt and I wouldn't be able to even hear anything. So I haven't recorded because I basically couldn't hear from this side. I I couldn't hear from this eye, yeah, from this ear. So pretty much a pain in my ass. But it was really fun, and now we can go and we can dive together. So pretty worth it. Let's hope it doesn't happen every time I go diving. Now, during last episode, we saw two main things. We saw on one side how Jean manned up and actually stepped up to Pirra. He even wore the dress that he had promised to wear if nobody asked her to the prom. So that's why he wore it, and they had such a magnificent dance. I loved it, and I loved how Nora and Ren just walked in and started dancing with them. Also, Wise started seeing John with a different look because she found out through Neptune, I think, that he was actually trying to. He liked her for who she was, not like everyone else who had just liked her because of who she was regarding her family, meaning she was the heiress of the Schnee company. But not John. John is just really invested in her because he really likes her as a person, and that's so sweet, and I love that she can see it now. On the other hand, we saw Cinder infiltrating and doing something with the computers. She must have installed something, or maybe she took everything away. We still don't know, but she had a scuffle with Ruby, and luckily she wasn't able to stop Cinder. Now, they found Ruby where the data had been messed around with, so I hope they don't think she was the culprit, but I don't know. On the other hand, inspiration wise, Cinder, I had totally missed her inspiration. I'm sorry, I didn't make the connections, but what I want to say is her name clue. Okay, that's really obvious, Cinder being Cinderella, but given English isn't my mother language, I don't think of these princesses or characters, although I know them I know most of their English names. I don't think of them by those names, so I don't make such easy connections as Cinder and Cinderella. But that's totally on me. Also, I wanted to say about Ren's inspiration. I believe, sorry, it would be Mulan because well, Ren is obviously based on Asian tradition. I'd say especially Chinese, but I don't know that much about it to that make that bold of a statement. But I also know that members of Team Juniper are inspired in characters that have somehow cross-dressed during their lives. You know what I mean? So Mulan did that, and she fits the character. So I think that's where the Ren's inspiration comes from. Now, now we only have Emerald, Mercury, and Pirra to find out. I think because I believe we found all the others out. Remind me if there's anyone else I haven't found out yet. Now, let's just dive into it. I've been talking a lot, and I've even told you about my life. You probably don't even care, but now you know me a bit more, so that's that. And now let's get into it. This isn't a market substitute, so grab your legal copy and watch it along with me, and watching this on Crunchyroll as every time. And if you enjoy my content, remember to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to join the Keepers of the Grove and help me continue growing the channel. But now, without any further ado, let's just dive into it. RWBY, World of Remnant, Kingdom, and Volume 2, Chapter 8 reaction. Go! I'm so thankful I can hear again. And also, I lost my little fitting part here, so it hurts my ear too.
The world of Remnant is a dangerous place, particularly for man. In the countless years that humanity has roamed the planet, civilizations have grown and fallen, but 4 have withstood the test of time.
But does she mean men or mankind?
Vacuo, Veil. These 4 kingdoms with the help of
interesting that, sorry, I thought when she said there were like 4 kingdoms that managed to pull ahead, I thought there would be like 1 in each main continent. I mean, the 4th one I thought would be here, but it's interesting that it's here.
Veil.
Here.
These
and there
4
isn't
kingdoms
none
with
here
the help
either.
of natural
There's none there
barriers
either.
and human tenacity. These 4 kingdoms with the help of natural barriers and human tenacity have proven that they have the will to survive. Each kingdom has a governing council to represent the people and their needs. Next comes the military. While most kingdoms only call on its citizens to serve when needed, others find it important to be prepared.
Heavily prepared, right? Like General Iron Wood.
Roaming nomads and small villages are not uncommon, yet neither is their tendency to disappear overnight. Lastly, the huntsman.
Wait, come again?
Others
Did she say they disappear overnight generally?
Prepare. There are still those who choose to venture outside the walls of the kingdoms. Roaming nomads and small villages are not uncommon, yet neither is their tendency to disappear overnight.
So it's dangerous outside the walls.
The huntsman
I knew it was a kind of wild world, but it's really interesting to know that when people live, when they venture outside the walls, they're in somewhat danger, and that's really cool. Interesting. We're seeing such a light-hearted world in some aspects, but sounds so unforgiving on others.
Institution's sole purpose is to train the next generation of huntsmen. The next generation of defenders that will live and die to protect the lifestyle that they've become so accustomed to. Yes, the world of Remnant is indeed a dangerous place, but the 4 kingdoms stand as beacons of hope, as safe havens from the darkness that surrounds them. They are the key to mankind's survival, as long as they stand united.
As long as they stand united. Shit, something tells me there's going to be a rift about between them pretty soon, especially with what happened during last episode with Cinder and all the information on the military programs. I don't know, I feel like that's something that is going to have so many repercussions, but so I think it's really cool thinking now about what they said. If everyone that, well, not everyone, but many or most of the people that venture outside the walls end up disappearing, and there are unpopulated continents here. Maybe not unpopulated, but there are no big kingdoms with their walls. So are those unpopulated kingdoms? Are those just uncharted kingdoms? Do people know what there's there? Maybe there's an entire new race living there? I don't know. It's so interesting thinking about all the possibilities, because maybe they know everything that there is there, and there's just dangerous creatures of Grimm, or maybe dangerous animals, and that's it. But maybe there are like some race that can, for example, manipulate aura to a higher extent, or maybe a new substance similar to dust that is found there. I don't know. There are so many possibilities, different animals, different materials, cultures, They said there are no cultures, but I'm reluctant to think that or to believe that, but I guess we'll have to watch the entire show to be able to say that. But even though there's still probably so much more to talk about here, let's dive into the next episode, chapter, and see what's in store for us. RWBY Volume 2, Chapter 8 reaction, go!
There's a point where it tips, there's a point where it breaks, there's a point where it bends, and a point we just can't take anymore. There's a line that will cross and there's no return. There's a time and a place, no bridges left to burn anymore.
I really like this song and I want to hear it more often, but I fear that if I check it on YouTube or look it up and try to listen to it a lot, I'm going to get spoiled on future things because that's YouTube algorithm for you. And please don't punish me, algorithm son, but yeah, pretty much. So I have to be really wary when I search for their OST, and I have had to block a few channels because I almost saw many thumbnails that I think we have even seen those points of the story, but I don't want to see anything, so I had to even block some channels from my feed.
They were here. Ozpin, they were here!
We are very much aware of that. Thank you, James.
Fantastic.
We're very
You're
much aware of that.
Now, are
Thank
we
you,
going to
guys.
do something about it, or should we just stay the course and continue to ignore what's right in front of us?
Come in.
Sorry it took so long. Someone accidentally hit all the buttons on the elevator on the way up here.
What? Was it
wasn't-
headed to gain
Thank you for
some
coming,
time?
RWBY. How are you feeling?
Okay, I guess. I'd feel better if my bad guy catching record wasn't 0 for 3. Okay, so that's the tone we're going for.
RWBY, I feel it's appropriate to let you know that I think what you did last night is exactly what being a huntress is all about. You
Really?
recognized a threat, you took action, and you did the very best you could.
Well, I'm glad
Thank
to
you,
hear
sir.
that. I was
Now, the general here
saying
has
that I
already
wasn't sure
informed
what they
us of
would
the
think
events
about
that
her.
transpired last night. But now that you've rested, we were wondering if you had anything to add.
Was anyone else with her? Did she look familiar to you at all?
I don't know. She was wearing a mask, and she never said anything to me. But I know she fought with glass.
Her powers
think
were
that was her
so
semblance, though.
cool. I
Her
hadn't.
clothing lit up whenever she attacked.
Say
Okay. I was so confused because her powers are so cool, Cinders. But I wasn't sure what that was, and I was thinking maybe that's something made out of cinder. That's the name, and that's why it's so dark. Maybe some kind of new material, but I believe if you blow cinder, you get glass. Well, if you blow it on a certain way, you know what I mean. If you've played Pokemon, the third generation, there was some mechanic involving that where you would catch cinder, I believe, and you would bring it to a guy in the middle of the mountain who would turn it into glass flutes. So pretty random, but that's the fact for you. But it's really cool, but I hadn't figured out it was glass. So I'm glad that they said it here, although I already knew because thankfully the comment section let me know really quickly. But yeah, I love that they tell us.
That sounds like the woman I fought the night we met RWBY.
Yeah,
Embedding
you
dust
know
into
her.
Clothing is an age-old technique. It could have been anyone.
Wait. You think this girl's connected to Torchwick and the White Fang?
It's possible. But we still lack the required evidence to link the two together.
Actually, I think I remember her saying something about a hideout or something in the southeast, just outside the kingdom.
Interesting.
I thought you said the intruder never...
Thank you for your cooperation, RWBY. Why don't you go and spend some time with your team? You have a big day ahead of you.
Anytime.
And Ms.
Did-
Rose,
I'm sorry for being quiet here. Did Cinder really say that? I don't think they did say that, but I think this is involving Blake. I'm sorry if I'm missing the reason why. I hope they tell me right now, but wanted to clarify that.
Anytime.
And Ms. Rose, please try and be discreet about this matter.
Yes, sir. What happened?
They
Well,
were so nervous, so eager to know.
Well, there we have it. We send as many troops as we can to the southeast. Find out exactly what's going on and eradicate any forces that stand in our way.
Why must your answer to everything involve a triumphant display of military bravado? You treat every situation like it's a contest of measuring.
That's so simple.
Well,
Thankfully, Ospin cut her
right.
early.
As much
But
as I
it's
too
like
would
he
love to
wants
end-
to prove that he's the most powerful every time and the one with the highest military power. Not a sign of a great leader, gotta say, but maybe we'll learn something else about him
Well, he
that will
does.
change my mind.
She's right. As much as I too would love to end this situation once and for all, we must remember that this may go beyond Vale, beyond Beacon. And if this truly is part of some master plan for which we know not the final move, we mustn't be so bold, nor can we risk the spread of panic.
I have served you faithfully for years. But if you mean to tell me that your plan is to merely hold the defenses and wait...
It is not. You're a general, James. So tell me, when you prepare to go to war, which do you send in first? The flag bearer or the scouts?
that was a risky move.
No, I think you handled it well.
I hope so.
I'm sure everything will be all right, Ruby. Oh, I know what will cheer you up.
What's that?
I don't know yet. Dad sent it to us.
I don't
thought
know
we could
yet.
Open it together.
Oh, their father sent it. She was so excited she even used her semblance. Wait, it's alive? Is it a doggo? What the hell? Why is it so cute?
He sent a dog?
In the mail?
The hell?
Oh, he does
In
stuff
the
like this all
mail.
the time.
Your father or your dog?
Are you telling me that this mangy, drooling mutt is going to live with us forever? Oh, yes, he is.
She's
yes,
so
he
happy.
is.
She changed her mind in the middle of a
Please keep away
sentence.
from my belongings.
Would all first-year students
But Blake really hates it.
Please keep it away from my belongings.
Would all first-year students please report to the amphitheater?
Well, we can't exactly leave him here while we're gone.
It's
for a
so
week.
cute.
There's a letter.
See
Dear
Blake.
girls, I've
She's
got to
so
leave the island
nervous
for a few
around
days,
it.
So I'm sending Zwei to you to take care of. Enclosed
So I'm
is this.
sending?
I've got to leave the island for a few days, so I'm sending Zwei to you to take care of.
Swipe?
Enclosed is all the food you should need. Love you both, Tai Yang.
What is he supposed
The
to do with
hell?
that?
Well, that settles it. Come on, girls. Zwei will be here when we get back.
Oh, I'll miss you so much. We're going to be best friends. I can't wait to see you again.
She didn't even step up on the floor. Nowhere near that mat. Is she taking it with her?
Quiet, quiet, please. Professor Ozpin would like to share a few words before we begin.
Today we stand together, united. Mistral, Atlas, Vacuo, Vale. The four kingdoms of Remnant.
I'm sorry, the phone. Okay, we're back.
On this day, nearly 80 years ago, the largest war in recorded history came to an end. It was a war of ignorance, of greed, and of oppression.
Sorry, come
Nearly
again.
80
I
years ago,
got out of
four
focus because of the
kingdoms of
phone.
Remnant. On this day, nearly 80 years ago, the largest war in recorded history came to an end.
Nearly 80 years
It
ago.
was a war of ignorance,
Largest war.
of greed, and of oppression. A war that was about much more than
Who
where
against
borders
who?
fell or who traded with whom, but about the very idea of individualism itself.
Wait, was there
We
some
fought for
kind of
countless reasons,
tyrannic
one of which being the
system
destruction
before?
of all forms of art and self-expression. And as you are well aware, that was something many could not stand for. As a result,
I think there's a secret story here that we still don't know about.
Those who opposed this tyranny began naming their children after one of the core aspects of art itself, color.
Oh.
It was their way to demonstrate that not only would they refuse to tolerate this oppression,
their names are a symbol of rebellion against that tyranny, and as a symbol of the fight for freedom of freedom of speech and thought. That's really cool.
To tolerate this oppression, but neither would the generations to come. And it was a trend that is held to this very day. We encourage individuality, expressionism, and unity through diversity. As I have said, today we stand together, united. But this bond cannot exist without effort. Which is why today, while the rest of the world celebrates peace, huntsmen and huntresses will work to uphold it. As first-year students,
it's time to make a move.
You'll be tasked with shadowing a professional huntsman or huntress on a mission. Some of you may be taken out of the kingdom for several days.
Internships.
Others may
That's
work
so
within
cool.
the walls for the rest of the week. But no matter which path you choose, remember to be safe, remember your training, and remember to do your very best.
Well, those are really encouraging words. That's not something you usually hear in a principal's
Yeah, we'll follow them around my day and give them the slip at night.
speech.
Let's check search and destroy.
Search and destroy.
Here we go. Quadrant 5 needs Grim cleared out.
Well, it's in
Okay.
the southeast.
Sounds perfect.
Mission start ASAP. Oh, come on.
Wonderful.
Any
Are
other
they
ideas?
going to have to
We
chase
nail ourselves there.
lost
Well,
cats or
that's one
something?
option. Unfortunately, we determined that the concentration of Grim was too extreme for first-year students. It seems that particular region is rather popular. In fact, I have the sneaking suspicion that the four of you will make your way there no matter which job you choose.
Whatever makes you say that.
I'm still curious as to how you all found yourselves at the docks last semester. I'm interested to know how you really learned about a hideout in the southeast. And I certainly wonder why witnesses reported seeing robots and rose petals in a dance club some time ago.
By the way, now thinking, is the southeast like in the same continent, southeast to them, or is it southeast to the entire map of the world of Remnant? Because that would be one of the two continents or big islands that were unpopulated that I was talking about.
I doubt I'll ever find the exact answers I'm looking for. So, how about this? Instead of waiting for you all to break the rules, why don't we just bend them?
He's like the Kakashi Sensei from Naruto.
We won't let you down.
Wait, what changed? Like, is it just that he allows them to do it now? Yeah, pretty much. But
We won't let you down. Thank you,
he's
Professor.
Do not
What's
thank
the
me
name?
for this. Teamwork and persistence have carried you far, but you must understand, the things that await you beyond the protection of the kingdom will not care.
That's
Stay
true.
close to your huntsman at all times.
The
and do exactly as he
light-hearted
says.
feeling
He'll be
that
leading
is
you on
here
this mission, and he
won't
can
be there
have you
in
sent
that
back to Beacon
dangerous area.
if he finds your skills to be unsatisfactory. Good luck.
Good luck.
That wasn't exactly uplifting, but it's the truth.
It's gonna be tough, but I know we can do it.
Hey, Team Coffee is back.
Who? Okay. Team whatever, but you can tell the only ones that stand up that much.
Velvet, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Yo!
I had Yatsuhashi to look out for me.
Your mission was supposed to end a week ago. What happened?
What happened? Yeah.
Nothing happened. It was just...
Why is her symbol a broken heart?
There were just so many. Oh, but don't worry. You first years are just shadowing huntsmen, so you should be fine.
Right.
I should go. Be safe, okay?
We can do this. We've never backed down before, and we're not going to start now.
Right.
Besides, it won't only be us out there. We'll be fighting alongside a genuine huntsman. Yeah!
She's so excited. Wait. I love... Wait, are they going with him? I love that how each one of them has a different face, but they all look so disgusted. And if you take a closer look, Ruby and Yang have similar faces. You can even tell they're sisters from that. Who's ready to fight for their lives? Alright, Velvet, is this an inspiration to find out? Is it somehow related to Alice in Wonderland? Because, you know, the white rabbit, although her ears aren't white, but you feel me? And, Queen of Hearts, her can also be a possible relationship to her logo here, the broken heart, with all those scars. And what else? X-Ray. Oh, coming soon? Is this when they started publishing it, or is this that they were bringing it back? Because I think this is the comic that Mercury was reading. I don't know, but I think so. So, really cool episodes. Well, really cool documentary and episode. Because now we're starting a new era where we're not straight up just going to classes or going for tests for field tests. We're now shadowing professional hunter, huntsman or huntress. Sorry. So it's going to be completely different. That's really cool. I wonder who the professional huntsman or huntress is going to be. And I wonder what their semblance will be. That's going to be so cool. Or maybe how they use dust. Really cool. Although I have to check now. I will check it as soon as this episode ends. So don't worry, I will have done it. But I wonder, did Cinder actually tell her that their hideout was southeast? I don't think so. So there's gotta be a reason. It's related to Torchwick and them looking for Torchwick, but dang, there's a connection to Southeast that I can't remember. Please let me know in the comment section below what the relationship with the Southeast was, or where they mention it. If it was Cinder last episode, I will already know, but in any case, remind me, because I would like to know it. But pretty much what I wanted to say. We were introduced now to the new team, to Velvet's team, although I missed their name. It was really fast, and given there are no subtitles, there are so many possibilities. I didn't want to risk looking like an idiot trying to say what they were. But really interesting, and I wonder four more new character designs to find inspirations from. The fella that was with Velvet, I think he might be inspired in Japanese mythology, because I thought she called him like Togashi or something like that. I doubt it was Togashi. I'm sure that's the weeb inside me, hearing the name of the author of Hunter x Hunter, so never mind that, just my favorite anime. But maybe he's inspired in that region, unlike Ren. But no idea, so let's leave it here. Thank you so much for visiting my channel and for staying to the end of the video, and as always, I hope to see you all in the next episode, so peace out.